Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce myself. My name is Putri Kurota Ayuni and I'm from 8A class. And in here, I wanna discuss about chord mixing and chord switching. Okay, the first slide. What is sociolinguistic? Okay, sociolinguistic is a developing subfield of linguistics which takes speech variation as its focus, viewing variation or its social context. And sociolinguistics is concerned with the correlation between such social factors and linguistic variation. Okay, the next slide about what is chord mixing. Chord mixing is of word, phrase, or clause from two languages with the same sentence and speech even. And chord mixing occurs when a concern uses two languages together to attain that he or she changes from one language to the other in the course of single utterance. And types of chord mixing. In here, there are insertion, alternation, and then congruent lexicalization. The first about insertion, approaching that the part from the nation of insertion knew the constraints in terms of the structural properties or metric structures. And the second about alternation, approach departing from alternation view the constraints on mixing in terms of capability or equivalence of the language involved at the switch point. And the last about congruent lexicalization. The notion of congruent lexicalization underlines the study of style, shifting, and dialect or standard variation rather than bilingual language use proper. Okay, and in here, I won't show you and I won't give you about example of chord mixing.
Cinta menyelesaikan pendidikan S1-nya dengan IPK 3,9.
I feel really happy karena aku orangnya working hard banget ya. Kalau di Amerika biasanya kan undergraduate S1 itu 4 tahun. Tapi aku selesai 3 tahun, and nggak cuma selesai 3 tahun aja tapi juga dapat honors cum laude. Yeah, my hard work paid off. Aku kerja keras banget setiap hari, pokoknya school, dan aku hampir-hampir nggak punya social life.
Okay, and the next slide about explanation from the video. From the video, we have listened that the speaker is using two languages. These are Indonesian language and English language. The first, when Cinta says, I don't really happy, karena aku orangnya working hard banget ya. Which mean, I don't really happy because I'm working hard person. It's a kind of chord mixing example because she combines two language, English and Indonesia, by inserting language element in the level of word and clause. And the second about when Cinta says, kalau di Amerika itu biasanya undergraduate S1 itu 4 tahun. Tapi aku selesai 3 tahun. And gak cuma selesai 3 tahun aja, tapi juga dapat honors cum laude A. Which means in America, usually undergraduate degree is 4 years. But I can finish in 3 years and I also get an honors cum laude A. It's also kind of chord mixing. And the third, when Cinta says, yeah, my hard work paid off. Aku udah kerja keras banget. Which means, yeah, my hard work paid off. I have already worked hard. It's the kind of chord mixing because she combines two clauses from different language in one sentence. And the last about when Cinta says, setiap hari pokoknya school, 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 and I almost don't have a social life. It belongs to code mixing like the case in number 2. Okay, and the last discussion about what is code switching. Code switching can be defined as the use of more than one language, variety, or style by a speaker within an utterance or discourse or between different interlocutors or situations. And the next slide about types of code switching. Types of code switching there are intersentential code switching. The kind of code switching occur between clause or sentence boundary, where each clause or sentence is in one language or other. And then the second about emblematic code switching. In this kind of code switching, text, exclamation, and certain set phrase in one language are inserted into the utterance otherwise in other. And the last about establishing continuity with the previous speaker. The kind of code switching occurs to continue the utterance of the previous speaker. Okay, and in here, I want to give you example about code switching. Let's check it out.
Ketika melihat kau bersama dia, tak ada penyesalan dalam hidupku. Dan apa yang ku rasakan saat ini, seperti dahulu ku tak mengenalmu. Ketika ku lihat kau bersama dia, tak ada lagi hasrat dalam hidupku. Kepada dirimu yang dulu tercinta, tak ada lagi kenangan, takkan lagi harapan. Everybody knew you're a liar. Everybody knew you're a player. Everybody knew you were never serious with your love again. And I tell you once again, baby.
Okay, the end. But in here, I want to give you a conclusion from my discussion. The first, code switching as a means of communication involving a speaker alternative between one language and another as the level of sentence. And the second about code mixing. Code mixing is the use of elements of language such as word, phrase into another language without change the topic. And code mixing happens in a single sentence or utterance without break the grammatical rules of the first language. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.